Shut gram.
Backstabbers. Yeah. All you gotta do is stay 10 toes, nigga. Fake gon' fold, the real gon' hold. And what's done in the dark gon' get exposed. Raise up my shirt, see all these scars on my back, nigga crazy, I still survive. All that shit I seen as a kid, nigga I promise I'm traumatized. How I'ma be happy, my mama dying. Shit broke my heart, see my mama crying. If he get released, it's a homicide. Bitch, on my uncle, I lay him down. This shit on the floor, what you gon' do? I'ma go get me some more binges. I came from the east, I moved to the deep. Bitch, I done took over both cities. I got swipers and trappers on go with me. Connoisseur on the package, come go with me. For the robbers and jackers that pole with me. What they do?
My back, I ain't even much cry. I probably was too damn high. Bumped into a kite, I get too damn fly. And if you think this shit sweet, come try. Ayy, just serve the pea of that pie. Yeah, just serve some reefer, bitch, I'm not a rapper. Big goes riding in the fountain. Book me, I'ma rock out. Call me Ava, I'm at Jagger. Yeah, going up, better grab you a ladder. You doing something right if your haters get mad. No matter what, someone always gon' hate on. Better get up and get it. Nobody gon' wait on you. Fuck all that plan, better have you a plan. Better go be a man, no hole in your hand. Grab your burner, grab your pan. Learn how to cook, you can make you some bands. Stack up that profit, you ain't gotta spend it. Stop showing out for these women. Like, where she gon' go if you broke? Where she gon' go if you go do a joke? Think I ain't getting money, you can grab you a rope. Hey, you can hold your breath till you choke. This shit here for real, no joke. This shit ain't stepped on, I'm dope.
This is your boy, Mink. And I'm reppin' that hot ass heat. We so deaf. Yeah. Yo, LR. On the streets, we got that muscle. It's crazy. Constantly we hustle. You can call on Maggie. Where you at, nigga? On the streets, we got that muscle. 5-1. Constantly we hustle, you can call on that.
I'm on the block with my Glock and my first down coach. Selling big rocks, trying to make me some dough. Then this was 92 when I was 12 years old. I used to stay on the hustle trying to get me some goals. My mama used to call me in every night, but I stayed on the corner on my 10-speed bike. Skipping school, breaking the rules. Man, I had an S-Crew, I used to look so cool. I walked so fly in my Chuck Tape and my favorite flake cane. It was all about paper. See, all I wanted to do was flip me a shake. On 13 inches, dating in Peru. The money was coming, the clubs was running. Man, my double up's nice, it kept them nothing. We used to sport Kangos and starter coat. So if you had a starter coat, you had all the dope.
On the streets, we got that muscle. Constantly we hustle, you can call on Maggie. On the streets, we got that muscle. Constantly we hustle, you can call on Maggie.
Now boy, oh boy, feel good to ball and blow big chips at the mall. It was me and Little Lynn from the 4-tray block. He was in the Chevy Caprice with his beat on 9. Then I jumped in my lack on the go to the road. And my TV's down so I can floss on suckers. I'm giving out shots to the niggas that hustle. 24/7, use your muscles. It's all about the money, man, and I ain't lying. And if it ain't pure cane, I ain't cooking and frying. My 2-ways going off, time to serve. It's the block like Urkel looking like a nerd. The cops keep spitting me, but I ain't tripping. And these niggas keep bugging thinking that I ain't slipping. I'm rolling in my Navy, feeling lappy. Call Fat Tone, I heard he got the cavity.
5-1 is popping now. 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 Oh yeah. 5-1 is popping now. 5-1 is popping now. 5-1 is popping now.
Okay, wait. Okay, shit. Oh, damn it. I done forgot to work the StreamYard or how to work it. Peace in the LBC, peace in the LBC. Long time no see. I hope I sound well. Okay, and when I mean you guys can hear me on this mic, and also my throat don't sound scrouchy. I don't sound sick because I am, because I've been sick for a few days and I've been fighting this shit, right? And it's been kicking my ass. Like, first I'd be thinking I have it in the chokehold. It's down. And then it like wants to pop back up. I'm like, the fuck is going on? So anyways, I have been doctoring on myself and shit. Stop making excuses. You bigger than that. Well, I haven't been here. What's up, NEK Himalayas, man? Oh my God. Okay. You got time to talk, because if I drop the link, I want to talk to you about a couple of things, because you see the same shit that I saw. So I just want to talk to you about it. But just let me know, because I ain't got to drop it. Shit, fuck it. Because I'll get up here and talk like a 1959 transistor radio on that ass, and you fucking know that, man. Let me say hi to everybody first. What's up, Cynical One? Peace in the LBC. Peace in the LBC. Okay, is this thing gonna act stupid? Oh, also, I'm on my iPhone, but it has suffered a malfunction. Like, I can't, like, the volume buttons and shit won't work. Like, some weird ass shit is going on. Hey, just my thoughts. Peace in the LBC. I seen you over there. I could have swore it was you over there with Houston Bragg. She had went live. I shared her out, and but I didn't drop down. I was in the clouds, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I hadn't been feeling well, and so whenever I did feel like a little better, I might drop in the chat and be like, you know, but god dang. I was in ODS's last night. That was crazy. Hey, bougie auntie, peace in the LBC. And I got attacked by a radiated dust mite right up in the fucking chat. I was like, god damn, they everywhere. This ugly and glowing and trying to fucking latch on to your ass. Bitch, you a bug. Stop it. Stop it. And you're glowing. Okay, a radiated ass bitch, okay? Hey, Ray Triggs, peace in the LBC. Oh, let me put you on the Summer Jam screen. Did I put, gonna put you up there, boop. And my mom, Melanated, she's here. That's my mom, okay? I'm surprised anybody's here, because I've been gone for how many days? And, look, when you be gone for days and you don't schedule shit, you kind of like get thrown out of the algorithm. Plus, I be having haters and shit, you know what I'm saying? But shit, fuck it. If you don't have enough haters, you ain't great. That's on fucking everything, okay? And these bitches, I must be super califragilistic great with the shit, because these motherfuckers just be out of nowhere, just making up stories, trying to tag bitches in and all kinds of other fucking things. I'm like, man, if you hoes don't quit it, okay? Hey, diving deeper, peace in the LBC. What's going on with you? Peace in the LBC. Sincere, yes. I had fun. I've had fun time with HB. Okay. Hey, any kid, let me put you back on here. I already said hi to you, but yeah, the not radiant the adjectives for me. Okay. And then, okay, so let me just talk about a couple of things I've seen, because I haven't went there. Okay. If it ain't real, it ain't official. Okay. My BG don't do dirt with fullies, not pistols. Okay. Fuck. Okay. So let me get down here. I think I put everybody on the Summer Jam screen. I'm just chilling over here, just getting back from the grocery store, eating my sushi. Happy Sunday. Oh, I like sushi. Yes, California rolls. And I want to make some myself. You know what I'm saying? So they just having to go buy it out the store because, and I bought some sushi wraps, right? You know, the seaweed part of it or whatever the green part. And so, but I don't have one of those rollers. I don't have a roller. So, but then you could do it like squares, right? You could cut it up into squares. So you take the square and then you make 4 flaps in the square, and then each flap you put something like, so one you could put rice, one you could put the whatever you like, crab or shrimp or avocado, you know, but you put something on each, and then you flip it, like flap it, flap like a flapjack. You're making it to like a sandwich. And that's a lazy sushi, I suppose. Okay. No, make wasabi, and they have turkey spam now. Oh, turkey spam. I ain't fucking with no spam. The Hawaiians like spam. They're like, Hawaiians and Polynesian people, they like spam. I mean, they be spamming the fuck up. I'd be like, God dang. I mean, I think that's like a staple. A staple, okay? Now I don't eat that pork infused goddamn salt death in a can ass shit, but people do. People do, but not a turkey spam. Okay, so let's get past that. Okay, so look. A couple of things have happened, beef sector stuff and Mo 3 sector stuff. But for me, I guess the most interesting stuff that's been going down for me is the Mo 3 sector stuff. And I think primarily because of this nigga SD, right? And then the shit that I saw that popped off last night in Mahias with Jade and SD and Gigi got with the chopper, okay? Just the whole fucking thing in its entirety is fucking weird. And then some of you old ass bitches out here claiming to be just so about it, and all that fucking shit, coming up out of California and shit, selling all them goddamn wolf tickets, just need to sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down, because you lying. You been lying. You then got caught out on your fucking lie because you wasn't able to get to the business of a fucking thing. And I want to say, I don't know who the fuck is rolling in Vegas without a fucking rental car or in their fucking car. Especially you from California, because you're gonna smash on that fucking highway in your shit. Depending on where you are, you could be 2 to 4 hours, you know what I'm saying, from Nevada. Nevada's fucking right there. We go across back and forth all the fucking time. Nevada niggas and Cali niggas. That's what we fucking do. I know some niggas right now, my peoples, that live right in Vegas. Now, if I felt like it, I'd get in my car, smash my fucking ass the fuck over there. You know what I'm saying? Boop. It's a thing. But if you don't know nobody, okay, that could be the part. And you flew in, well, bitch, where's your rental? Where's your rental? So, man, stop it. Ain't nobody pulling up to no beat ups walking. Well, you might, but you have to already been walking, okay? Like, I'm walking down the street and I see your fucking ass, and bitch, bada bing, bada boom. That type of shit. Like a bing, bing, bing. Oh, it's like, what is it called? It's a happenstance. Fate, if you fucking will. All the stars aligned for me to whoop your ass, bitch. Okay, like that type of stuff. Hey, Negro, peace in the LBC. Okay, but look, let me get away from that. Hey, Room Shaker, peace in the LBC. Oh, let me put you on the let me put both of y'all on a boop Summer Jam screen. Let me Room Shaker on the Summer Jam screen. But let me get to the part. Let me just get to the whole situation in and of itself. So Jade put SD out there on Front Street again, okay? And there had been rumblings and shit about it. Like, him messing with boys or men, or hopefully it's men. and not boys, because in my mind, when it comes to him, what's up, Max? Peace in the LBC. I'm gonna talk about SD funky ass, okay? And I mean a funky ass at that, okay? Do this shit, because this shit is nasty. This nigga got put out on Front Street by Jade, a video. Now I haven't seen it. Some people have seen it, but apparently he was messing with the backside of a male gender, okay? This man is a fucking male fucking gender. And Jade has put your ass out there because she's fucking tired and fed up. She with a new dude. She may or may not be pregnant. I don't know, because I don't give a fuck. I just know she's not with this nigga. And she's tired of your funky ass shit. And she has put your ass on Front Street. And she has came with the proof that you yaggedy yag, don't talk back. You said, I don't want to see it either. Take out the paper and the trash. Yaggedy yag, don't talk back. You yaggedy yag, don't talk back. But nigga, you are fucking talking back. It was a matter of one fucking day that niggas have been, I don't even know if they've been dragging your fucking ass. Okay, yeah, radiated dust mite. Man, I see a radiated dust mite try to come at your fucking ass bad as weave, okay? And then put money with it. This bitch got money for drop downs. He got money to get fucking burnt on, okay? Because Tracy bit the corner on his fucking ass. She played that nigga to the left. You got money to buy friendships and all kinds of fucking shit, but you ain't got my money, bitch. I wouldn't even try to play your ass. I went into a bet with you, you dishonorable ass hoe, you trick ass bitch, you. But anyways, let me not talk about that hoe, because if I get to talking about that two-ball bitch, I'm gonna forget about what the fuck I'm talking about. This two-ball bitch. I'm talking about a two-ball bitch right now, either way it goes. But I'm talking about a two-ball bitch in the Mo 3 sector, okay? You say you messed with grannies also. That's why you hung around Lemon and Sir King back in the day at Just My Thoughts. Now you said you messed with grannies also. The fuck? What's up, Drip? Peace in the LBC. Man, get away. Stay sucker free, Drip Zone. Stay sucker free. Get away from a fucking sucker ass nigga is all I can tell you. But let me get back to this situation with this two-ball bitch in the Mo 3 sector who is herpes infested and was fucking with a little girl. You know what I'm saying? And at a young age, okay, this old ass nigga fucking was 17 years old and shit like that. And then, and he's 35, and now your funky ass is up here with an older woman, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna say too much about Gigi right now, other than the fact that SD, it was poor form on your fucking behalf. This is how I know you was a hoe ass nigga. It's poor form on your behalf to get with a broad that you quote unquote maybe was trying to fuck, or she was trying to fuck you because she was remixing her pussy on a what would it be considered? A FaceTime or whatever the fuck you was doing, trying to get with you, and now you and her is coming at your ex. What you mad at Jade for? You calling her all kinds of names and shit, speaking up underneath her clothes. But ain't it about time that she just put your ass on Front Street? What about all the fucking shit that you did in between, nigga? And I'm really not trying to sound biased in this situation, but I think, nigga, you just really got your fucking nerves. You've been embarrassing this girl forever and been playing games for fucking ever. Now you sitting up here. This is, oh God, I'm all over the place. Y'all stop me if it just sound like I'm all over the fucking place, okay? Because all this shit happened in I'm gonna say one night. It's been over a course of fucking days, is what I want to say. But last night, a few things happened, right? In the Mo 3 sector. And it happened at Mahia's. And then it happened at Jade's. But kicking off at Mahia's, you got SD over there and Gigi, and then Jade, them three getting into it. And it seemed to me like it was a nigga and a bitch jumping a bitch. You see what I'm saying? And I really don't care for shit like that. I don't care for when a man tap a broad in to fight another broad, like to fight a broad, like nigga. And that's supposed to be your woman. That's your ex-woman. You feeling some type of way. Yeah, she put your ass out on Front Street, but it had already been out. You already fucking knew the shit was out. And in the in-between time, there was a herpes simplex 2 fucking breakout. Is it herpes simplex 2? Whatever, it was a herp breakout, which you did try to fucking run back. You and fucking 88. Remember that shit, nigga? You all tried to run that shit back. You tried to show some kind of goddamn my chart or whatever to make it seem like it was a play. But you got fronted last night by Gigi. So she kept saying that you had herpes because she was taking jabs at Jade. She was jabbing with Jade, sparring with Jade. But at the same time, throwing your ass underneath the bus, and the whole time your goofy ass is laughing and shit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm like, nigga, what your goofy funk? She's fucking saying, nigga, you got the fucking herp. And that now it's twisted that apparently Jade gave you the fucking herp. And what kind of bitch is Jade to fuck with a nigga who wanna backdoor niggas? Literally. Plunge niggas. So she talking big shit, Gigi is to Jade. She's talking big shit to Jade. But at the same time, she clowning your funky ass. And she kept saying this, like Gigi kept saying this. He said something. What the fuck was the term she used? Yo, nigga sitting up here saying that a boy's pussy is tighter than your a boy's backside is tighter than your pussy. I said, the fuck? She kept saying that to take jabs at Jade, right? She clowning Jade, but she's saying this right in front of SD. And SD did say that shit. And in my mind, I remember when that nigga said that shit. Okay, hey, Be Easy, what's going on with you? Peace in the LBC. Let me put you up there. Okay, salute sincere. Have a good life. Don't hurt him too bad. Please, sincere. Don't hurt him. Hey, okay. I'm gonna try not to. Oh my God. Hey, Sister Jackie Gaines. Okay, my moms in the house. My moms are in the house. Okay. I'm sorry I didn't say hi earlier because I could have swore I seen you and I didn't say hi. Okay, hey, the Beef Sector podcast, peace in the LBC. So let me go forward. The same way women, let me go here. The same way women will take you back if you cheat than a woman, if you cheat than a woman. The fuck does that mean? The same way women will take you back if you cheat than a woman. Uh-huh. Nigga, I don't know. It could be me. It could be. I told you I'm sick. I don't know what the fuck you saying. Pussy Wars is crazy. Okay, so but look, check this out. With not then. Oh God, don't do me like this. Is it me, y'all? Maybe I don't feel well. Mm-hmm. Is this nigga typing crazy? Is it me? It could be me. It's me. It might be me. But back to what I was saying. Check this out. I remember when SD had made that fucking statement. I can't remember where exactly he was at, but it was a whole thing behind it, right? Where this nigga had said, because it's been a whole back and forth with him and Jade for some years now, right? This shit been going on for a moment, right? And they'll break up, make up, go back and forth. So I can kind of see where Gigi is coming from, where she's saying to her, like, if you knew this nigga was, boinking dudes and stuff and putting his thumb up a nigga's backsides, why the fuck did you go backwards, right? But the part I don't like is that how the fuck, just because you feel a way, see, a lot of you brides be saying you guys are girls and stuff, but you really fucking ain't. You really fucking ain't. Now, I can understand when a bitch feels some type of way about another bitch, that's fine. But this here right here matter is a little bit more serious than people's personal fucking vendettas or whatever the fuck comments and stuff like that. Because we talking about a man who at one point in time when he got with a bride was 20 years younger. I mean, older than her. She was like 17 or 18 or 19. This nigga's 35. So that right there just screams all kinds of predatory type of shit. Then been with this dude all this time. And what did she get out of it? Him, as he said last night and kept on professing, that he just kept on cheating on her and cheating on her and cheating on her. He cheated on her every month, as he fucking said, when he was up there tag teaming her with Gigi. That she wasn't shit. She wasn't shit. That her mama wanted to fuck on him. All this kind of stuff. That her mama wanted to fuck on him. That she would be at work and constantly calling to make sure nothing happened between him and her and then the mama. Why would she have to check her nigga about being with her mama in the fucking first place, nigga? So that's why I would be with Jay. Like, bitch, whenever you gotta second guess yourself when it come with a man, be always looking over your fucking shoulder and shit like that, wondering this and this and that, and all this kind of stuff. If you ever have to fucking ask a nigga, do you love me? Bitch, it ain't the one. It's not the fucking one. You should not even be in that shit. You need to just exit stage left. Don't fucking look back unless you turn to a pillar of salt. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. You better be on your bun fucking beat and go forward. Don't look back. Go fucking forward. Do not look back. But anyways, so I can understand certain things. But when you're up there and these tag teams is going down and nigga, you are talking shit about a broad, a woman that you fucked with at a young age. And obviously you're supposed to have the mental maturity because your brain fucking matures fully at 25 and she hadn't even made 25 yet. And nigga, you was in your 30s. And all she gets to show for the situation is that you fucked around on her 24/7 and with niggas because she has video of you boinking niggas and or a nigga in his backside or at least messing with his backside. So you had to been, this shit just didn't come out of nowhere. You probably been doing this shit all this fucking time, the years that you've been with her. All this time. And she got the herpes fucking around with you. So she disease infested. Got fucked on by a nigga. And look, how did it come? Because nigga, if you put in your shit in the backside of a man, and then you got nerves to say to her, the dude's backside was tighter than your private part, your pussy. Nigga, it should be tight back there. Because the only thing should be happening back there is a shit coming out of it, not going up in it. In what world are we comparing assholes to pussies? Can somebody explain that shit to me? In what world are we comparing assholes to pussies? Pussy don't got shit coming out of it, motherfucker. Pussies is gushy. I got one. It gets gushy. Okay? And tasty. If you eat properly, motherfucker. Okay? It is warm and inviting, bitch. It's meant for something to go in it. Okay? It's supposed to accept a dick. If it ain't for nothing less but for fucking procreation. It was made that it's natural, ho. It is a natural fucking thing. So in what world, I'm just trying to understand, in what fucking world is a nigga comparing a butthole to a pussy? Sincere, you scaring me, player. What you mean I'm scaring you? What's up, big rig piece of the LBC? Ah, shit, this shouldn't scare you because this is real talk. This is real fucking talk because what that nigga said should be scaring people. And how it's going down right now should be scaring fucking people. You know what I'm saying? Who in the fuck said that? SD. Fucking SD said that shit. He done said all kinds of shit over time and had all kinds of battles with Jade. And she done broke up with him, got back with him. He done fucked with broads off of this internet. There's bitches on this internet who have hooked up with this nigga to get the motherfucking herp, knowing that he has the herp, knowing that there was rumors and shit that he had been fucking with dudes and stuff. They have watched this nigga say suspect ass fucking things. Now come on, sincere. I mean, I'm just telling you, it's real. It was real. Look, Big Rig, you should have been over Mahia's last night. BRS, are you in the hood table going live tonight? Truth told, facts. Can't hit no more panels. Got to watch out these homo thugs. Big Rigs, you should have been over at Mahia's last night. And then it just got so it got so bad. Like it was weird. Like it was so much going on. The Mahia stopped the live on YouTube and took it to Twitch. Now I have a Twitch account. I didn't have one at one point in time, but I had one prior. And then I disabled it and I now back abled it, right? And I went over there to Twitch and I watched that shit unfold over there with Jade, oh my God, with Jade and Gigi and SD and all that high power shit that SD was fucking talking. How they felt like they just had gave her the good one over, if you will, Jade. She hit the link, and I don't even know why she hit the link over there. I don't really feel like she really has anything to prove to anybody. You know what I mean? Like to put yourself in a situation, like if you deal with a nigga and you done with a nigga, be the fuck done with him. Especially if he's embarrassed you, you know, in a very public way. In a very, very public way. And there should be some kind of embarrassment around this whole herpes situation. The fact that this dude has been jabbing niggas from the back and then sticking his shit in you. That is fecal matter going into your private part. Do you not fucking understand that shit? Do you women not understand this shit? I don't give a fuck how much that nigga scrubbed that shit down. He is putting his D in the backside of somebody, of a man though. And even if he was, look, and if a nigga ever try to touch me on my backside like that, if a nigga ever try, bitch, you gonna get the fuck away from me because I'm a straight up off the cuff think that you're goddamn homosexual. In my mind, you're gonna lose all fucking man points. And I'm gonna get you the fuck up off of me. I ain't playing with you, hoe. And I ain't gonna never see you again. And I might beat your fucking ass the fuck about my shit. Okay? Like niggas say what? It's gonna go down. It's gonna go the fuck down. You're gonna understand that you don't play that way. And I don't fucking play with you niggas. I don't play with you niggas. And you ain't gonna be playing with me. The fuck are you talking about? Mm-hmm. Shane, stay your ass at work. You ready to talk ish? Oh, what's hey Shane and Scandal? What's going on with you? We put you on the Summer Jam screen. There you go. There you go. These niggas is nasty, okay? But she was young and came from nothing, so he sold her a dream. Remember, he got 20 plus on her. Facts. So that's what I'm saying. It's predatory. Like, you wanted to, this nigga, look, over at Mahia's, you heard it, NEK? You heard him when he was over there bragging and shit? Talking about she was 17 and then she was a young hoe, her mama a hoe, basically saying that she come from a line of hoes. And he had been cheating on her and she ain't shit, just, I said, well, nigga, what was you? A trick or a pimp or what the fuck was you? She a hoe. And what made you think, oh, so she's 17 and what made you feel like she was a fucking hoe? And when you had decided in your mind that she was a fucking hoe, then what did you fucking do? You got with her? Because what the fuck are you? Nigga, what the fuck are you? You went into her fucking pond. That's why I say niggas need to stay in their fucking lane. Ain't no way my old goddamn 999-year-old ancient ass would be in a goddamn 17-year-old pond. Those fucking tadpoles and shit. They're not even fucking babies. They're thoughts in the fucking belly to me. Thoughts in the mind of niggas when they be talking that shit. Oh, I love you so much. I want to make a baby with you. You on half on a baby shit. A fucking thought. This is grown ass, ancient ass stomping down through the fucking sands of fucking time business over here. 999 years of stomping this earth. That's why I don't argue with some of you fucking hoes, because you're stupid. You childish and stupid, and it'll be like me fucking having a goddamn argument with a kid. And I say, fuck you. Down, kid. That's where I be coming from with it. Down, kid. Okay? Okay, the mother and him was the same age, but her mom suffered from substance abuse. Typically sad story for our people. Okay, and these the niggas they respect. The nigga was up there calling her hoes, saying she had been was a hoe from the jump. Said the mama her mama wanted to fuck him. Okay, and the mama was a hoe. He was saying all kinds of stuff. I said, man, you can't make this shit up. It was horrible. Hey, Big O, peace in the LBC. Sincere got the preserved fruit. That preserved fruit. Oh my God. Did you see the Mo 3 sector shenanigans that have been going down? It's ridiculous. But yeah, it had, I don't know what made Mahaya take it to Twitch. Like, I was watching it on YouTube. I seen the fucking Twitch link get dropped. The next thing you know, everything was at Twitch. Maybe he felt it coming. He did mention earlier in the live that people were trying to age restrict his live or whatever. So he left and went to Twitch. In the midst of that, when it popped off, because it was popping off with Jade over there at Twitch, okay, because of Gigi and Toya. Is that why he went over there? I didn't understand. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? But Jade was over there. She talked her shit. Then she got down, and then she went live. And she was dragging the fuck out of Gigi. Now, I want to say those two was giving it to each other very, very well. But when Jade was on her own fucking live, just by herself, doing her fucking thing, she had a friend over there. I think that was her guy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she got a new dude. She got a new dude. I don't know if she's pregnant or not. But sound like he was in the background or whatever. And she was talking about the situation. She got to saying a lot of interesting things. But she said the same shit over at Mahaya's, right? Basically, she was saying that Gigi had been playing with her in her private part for SD. Don't let her get to telling the whole story of all the little shenanigans and chit chats between Gigi and SD. That, Gigi was a fucking, a runner. She was a track star type of situation, living out of hotels and all those fucking things. You know what I'm saying? And, not about that life, if you will. Don't really have nothing, never had nothing, right? That kind of shit. Those type of communications was going down. But she broke down, because there's histories to these people on these YouTube streets, right? Things that have been brought to the forefront or brought to this app. And some of the things when it comes to Gigi is basically her, stealing. Was it out of Walmart or whatever? Where they say she was stealing out of? I want to say it was Walmart, which caused another conversation that went down in the Mo 3 sector, because all this happened at Mahaya's, right? Because, and then I'm going to say he left, right? I told y'all earlier, he left and went to Twitch for a half a second. He was over there for a moment. Then he came back to YouTube. So he was running it on YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. So Mahan was getting his numbers. He was making fucking money out of these niggas. He had about 500 at Twitch and damn near 300 on YouTube, maybe 500 on YouTube. But he was running them numbers. So everybody was content. Everybody was content. And I don't know why a lot of times, and I'm not coming at Mahia for shit or nothing like that, because I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. But Jade, I want to say to you, girl, like, this nigga been fucking embarrassing you. He been doing things and saying things and all the things in between. Like, you should have stayed from the fuck over there. You got your platform. Just run your shit and say whatever the fuck you need to say, or just don't say nothing at all. Live your life with your new dude and let that be a joyous situation. You get into the point where you having an out with Gigi ass, and she and this nigga, he there too, SD. And they trying to say that you ain't never had nothing, right? Ain't never had no bed or this, that, another, to the point now your ass is over here wanting to cam up and show them what your house look like, what your bed look like. You ain't got to prove yourself to them niggas. The fuck? You do not have to prove yourself to nobody. But anyways, back to the whole stealing thing, right? That conversation in itself, because that's been going on for a while when it comes to Gigi, like a communication about her, doing that type of shit or have done that type of shit, caused another fight between her and Toya, the Skull Gang Toya, right? Which earlier, Toya, she was over at oh God, where was I at? Skoka's, because Skoka had one live. And I seen Toya over there at Skoka's. Seemed like she was having a good time. And there was a time, at one point in time, I believe, where Skoka and Toya didn't get along. And there was this whole thing, I could have sworn it was with Skoka, but a whole thing about Toya, and she sat on the toilet, and she got up, and it was booty flakes or booty dust or whatever the hell, like something was left behind, right? Well, anyways, that got brought up again over my heads last night when Gigi was ended up scratching with Toya. Because apparently maybe there was something said, like, I don't know. This all comes back to the SD situation as well, right? Because I don't know where they were at. And maybe Gigi was making a comment, right? She was making a comment about Jay working at Denny's or something like that. So Toya says she drops down into the chat and she was like, I don't know why anybody's making fun of her working at Denny's and stuff. At least she's not stealing out of stores, Now this is not verbatim. This is summation. And Gigi took that as a slight towards her. Oh, you throwing slugs. You throwing slugs. This happened, I think, I'll be like maybe 2 days ago or something like that. But Toya, after leaving Skoka's last night, I guess she had been drinking over there, because I seen her over there. I don't know if she had been drinking or not, because I was in the skybox for half a second. And I'm subscribed to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell you, I don't feel no type of way about none of these niggas. Like, I don't feel no type of way about nobody. I'm not one to just dislike you. And if I'm not subscribed to you, then I actually don't like your ass. Like, I'm not fucking with you. And I don't need to fucking see what the fuck you talking about. I'll hear about it down the road somewhere, but I don't need to be there. That I miss you sincere. Okay, thank you, Big O. Hey, no pressure. I'm glad you do miss me. Okay, I'm glad somebody fucking miss me. What's up, no pressure? Peace to the LVC. Shit. Let me. Oh, thank you, Sister Jackie, for dropping my backup page. So Toya gets up there, and Gigi and her end up scratching because Toya is now saying, she's like, oh, I heard you said a couple of things about me, and I wanted you to know it wasn't like that. And then, Gigi, for all intents and purposes, was like, bitch, you playing in my fucking face. I done forgot about this, and you talking about something that happened a day ago or 2 days ago or whatever the fuck. And I just know when somebody's throwing a shot at me, and just leave it at that. And Toya just kept on and kept on. Toya was drunk. But I don't recall her being like, I had just seen her over at Skoka's, but maybe I wasn't paying attention. And she kept on trying to hammer it in that she didn't mean it that type of way. She was just saying that she was at work. She wasn't really paying attention to the chat like that. And she was just saying in a general way. Well, Toya, I like you, Toya, but you're going to have to own up to some shit, okay? Hey, Ron P, peace in the LBC. What's going on with you? Hey, Patty Pendergrass. Let me put you on a Summer Jam screen. I feel like that wasn't just a general conversation. I think that was specific. I think Gigi took that shit the right way. I think that you probably really didn't want to have no smoke with Gigi. And I can see why you didn't want to have no smoke with Gigi. Because when that shit was all said and fucking done, it was bad. It was so bad. And I was like, oh my God. And then some nigga named Eddie. I'm gonna call him the Eddie, because I don't know if that's really the Eddie, but Eddie, who apparently was Toya's husband, got brought up because apparently he stole out of a fucking store before, or he did a home invasion to get drugs. I'm in the chat like, is it weight? Are you talking about weight? Did he rob somebody for some weight? Or was it like he went in there because he was, geeking and shit, and he knew this house they might have like a line or two or three or four. Didn't want to, ask. He didn't want to knock on the door and be like, hey, can I get a line of your Coke? So he just fucking robbed him. Or was it weight? Was he going in there to get some bricks? Okay. So you know what I'm saying? So he could get some money. So get to some onions. Okay, like what was happening? I was confused by it. But it was brought up in that way about the home invasion, but then it took another turn. And I'm like, I never heard this before. Where, Toya is talking about how she had put the nigga, I think it's the same nigga, in jail for being a predator. So she was with him and he did some predatory stuff towards some kids, I believe. And she put that nigga in jail. She put her own husband in jail. Now, I believe she's with somebody new now, but it just went bad. And so this is the thing. When these things play out, like Shaquem, hey, Shaquem, peace in the LBC. Did I say hi to Shaquem? Where's he at? Oh, the hey, sincere Methuselah. Shaquem, oh my God. That beef sector shit is crazy. I'm going to get to that in a few minutes. But did you see that craziness? I mean, they over there acting a damn fool. Acting a fucking fool over fucking nothing. If this shit goes, oh yeah, and did you see that? Okay, Lemon, he tried to give Lolo, or he did give Lolo a little birthday party. I was like, look at this shit. This nigga trying to act like he really give a fuck about Lolo. You're a bitch, Lemon. But anyways, let me go back to something more interesting in your funky ass. The Mo 3 sector, okay? Let's talk about that shit, okay? Her daughter, his stepdaughter, name was Detroit on YT. Oh, it's not the Eddie. It's Detroit. Okay. Her daughter, his stepdaughter, name was Detroit on YT. So is it a guy? Girl, that was not a party. It wasn't a party. Hey, Rodney, peace in the LBC. Okay, home invasion. I hope he got what the fuck he went looking for. I don't know what the hell happened. This is the first time I heard the story. I'm just like, I never heard this shit before. He went over to Mahias this morning to prove a point to Paulette. Like, what? He went to Mahias this morning. Why do he keep taking his funky ass over there? Don't nobody want to hear that goddamn stupid ass love story or hatred story or whatever the fuck kind of story you got going on, nigga. It's other shit popping off in the Mo 3 sector. Other shit, Mo 3 sector business shit is happening over there. Nigga, nobody want to hear. Look, what you need to do, Lemon, is take your fucking ass over to the Mo 3 sector and grab SD. Go get your comrade in arms, your goddamn booty brother, your booty buster brother. Go grab him and take his ass over there with you. to whatever I mean, nigga, are you beef sector? You claim it, you say you big beef sector. Go get your kind, nigga, and just take his ass the fuck over there with you. But I don't know if everybody's gonna be accepting. Cause this particular down low nigga like to play with little girls and give them herpes and shit. But they seem to take whatever the fuck you do over there and just turn all that dirt into fucking, I don't know what the fuck. Gold dust, okay? Something. They try to make it shine, but the shit is fool's gold. But maybe you can clean this bitch SD up and, you know what I'm saying, make something out of him. Let him tap dance for your ass. Let him tap dance for your ass over there. But anyways, taking your ass somewhere all the time, right, Shakim? He has to argue with a man to bust a nut. He was all over ODS is trying to talk crazy to Baddest Weave. I'm like, the nigga, and then he bought her down. He don't want to hear nothing nobody has to say back to him. You want to throw money around, nigga. You barely got any fucking money. If you did, it would be nothing for you to pay off your debts to motherfuckers. It'd be nothing for you to have motherfuckers on good ass flights, okay? Like Delta or United or wherever the fuck at the drop of a fucking dime. Nigga, you couldn't fly a bitch out if you wanted to, you stupid hoe. You Spirit airline riding ass bitch, you Frontier highway skyway ass hoe, you. Okay? Goddamn Greyhound ass bitch, you. Nigga, I ain't only give you a fucking plane. I'm gonna give you a fucking Greyhound. Fuck ass hoe, you. Nigga, and you probably even got enough money to get on a goddamn Amtrak. You Greyhound bitch. Anyways, let me stop. Oh shit. Just call this nigga a Greyhound bitch. Oh, I only know about American Airlines, and you know American Airlines ain't Spirit. That's what you fucking know. That's enough to know. Hey, Rodney, peace in the LBC. Okay, he went over there to argue. Okay, with SD again. Oh, he went over there to argue with SD again. See, this nigga is jumping on the bandwagon because he feel like SD is hot right now. This nigga is hot with the herps, bitch. Are you looking for a herp infested ass dick, Lemon? Do you need a herp infested ass dick to suck, bitch? Is that what you need? Anyways, back to what I was saying. So Toya and Gigi get into it. The Detroit person got brought up. I don't know why I was saying Eddie. He said, the fuck is that? I was like, I don't know who this person is, but apparently people who've been around in the Mo3 sector long enough, and I've been around, like, I mean, I've been around them for a while. I just don't remember hearing this. I don't know why I don't know about this shit. I start saying to myself, I think Sko's broads, like, I like Sko, but like his broads is taking some L's around here. Like in a lot of ways, like it's just weird. Like it's just weird. Like this whole situation I heard with Toya, and then the whole situation with Isha. I'm just like, God dang, Sko, like really, what's really happening here? Oh my God. But anyways, it's been crack-a-lacking over in the Mo3 sector. And I'm kind of wondering like what's gonna take place. Because Amari went live, right? Shout out to Amari. When Amari goes live, I try to be over there to support her. And I did share on my wall and stuff, right? Amari had went live. And I had asked her, I'm saying, what do you think about this SD thing? You think like it's gonna like, is the sector gonna shun him? She was like, no, I don't think this sector's gonna shun him. I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, no, I didn't think they was gonna shun him either. And it looks like a cover-up to some extent is happening. Like people are picking teams. They're gonna see who they're gonna fucking back. And then they're gonna play around this whole situation with SD because they've done it time and time again, and kind of wrap it up in a little neat little bow. He'll get a couple of hits, but they're gonna play on his character. And one should look out for a nigga that's gonna call themselves Spooky Dookie. Why did this nigga start calling himself Spooky Dookie? I didn't understand it. I saw Gigi and Toya arguing, but I didn't care for Toya. I know her from when she was fucking on. Oh yeah, that got brought up too. I know her from when she was fucking on live with the kids running around, and Meatball Sanity was egging her on watching. That got brought up. Gigi brought that shit up. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I mean the history of each other, right? So whatever history that played itself out on fucking YouTube, they was hitting each other with that shit. They was hitting each other left and right with that shit. Gina is disgusting. And then Gina, like Gina was up there and she was trying to egg some shit on too. I'm like, why are you jumping in this situation? Like this don't make no sense. But I think that's just how Gina is. Like Gina will, take a side, amp up the show a little bit or whatever the case may be. But I was like, man, Gigi seemed like she handling this stuff herself. Like she doing her own fucking thing. She had just got into it with Jay. Now she into with Toya. And she the whole time she talking mad shit in fucking SD's face, letting him like all the things that he said, letting it be known that, you know what I'm saying, what kind of bitch are you? Now this talking about Jay. What kind of bitch are you to fuck with a nigga that you know is fucking with niggas and stuff and allowing him to put a dookie dick in your private part? Like that's what she was saying. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? What kind of bride were you at 17 years old to be fucking with an old ass nigga like that? And I'm thinking, okay, well, you coming at her and all right, you coming at her. You don't like her for whatever fucking reason. But think about that last fucking statement there. Think about that shit. What kind of nigga is he to fuck with a little girl? You know, think about that. And then you got to think also about what Jade is saying. Where Jade is basically saying that you over here playing in your private part for this nigga. Now, while he's, you and him is tag teaming her. So, but Gigi had her whole fucking she had it going on over there in Mejias. You know what I'm saying? She actually brought the show. I want to say it was fights galore, if you will. It got calm for a little bit later. It got a little calmer or whatever, and I had left. But I was just like, man, this is crazy because I was in the chat. I was like, I was giving it to SD ass. You know what I'm saying? And it pissed. Well, I don't say it pissed me off, but I was like, the fuck is Mejia doing? He put in all the fucking comments from over there on Twitch on the goddamn, yeah, Twitch, not Twitter. Did I say Twitter earlier? Yeah, if I say something crazy, let me know, right? But it was Twitch, right? Because that's where them niggas been at over on Twitch. And like, it seems like the whole entire of the Mo 3 sector has decided, well, not the whole entire. There's people who are not over there at Twitch, but a portion of people have taken their ass over to Twitch. I know Coolin over there, Broadway over there, Mahia now over there, Big Baby over there. I think Jackie over there. Like, there's quite a few people over at Twitch, and I'm like, is the Mo 3 sector having an exodus? Are they taking their ass from YouTube to fucking Twitch? I think that's the thing. Maybe they're having an exodus. Look, the black sector had an exodus. The black sector took their asses over to Bigo. So it could happen. We might not see too many more of certain, Mo 3 sector content creators. But I feel like if there's anything to it, like certain people, right? Well, you have to separate. It's not the Mo 3 sector, it's the troll beef sector. You kind of have to separate that shit. Because the troll beef sector is different than the Mo 3 sector. Well, it's the same umbrella. Well, it's Mo 3 sector, but it's not Mo 3 sector because I like MHB and Skull and like the founding people or whatever. I think even Trig and shit like that. Like that's Mo 3 sector. But the troll beef sector would be like DG and Gordo and you know, them niggas. You know, it's different. But they all kind of cross connect. But anyways, maybe the troll beef sector is gonna find its way over there to Twitch. And a lot of people seem to be going over there. Hey, Trooper 69, peace in the LBC. Okay, Lolo, she got took for sharing something from Twitch to YouTube. Yeah. Oh, didn't yeah, Lolo went over to didn't she go to Twitch too? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Isn't Dookie also okay, isn't Dookie also shit? You can't make this issue. The nigga call him so spooky dookie, okay? Spooky shit. What would make a pile of shit spooky? I mean, is it gonna start talking to you, sounding like SD? That would be some spooky shit right there, though. Yeah, it'll be a spooky dookie. Sincere blaming on the good smoke. Okay. I don't see any of the but Mahaya. Yeah, like they moving around. Spooky boo boo. Mm-mm. That nigga crazy. Then the NEK. That's why I was asking NEK earlier, did he want to hit the link or whatever, come up here because he got into it with Boss Lady. And then he's been hitting all the links. Like that's what the nigga been hiding out at. You know, he used to come over here all the time. Now he just been hiding his ass out over there in the Mode 3 sector. Like, you know, but everybody has a sector that kind of like they get more drawn to or whatever. And that's his type of hype because he can hit the link and go through all kinds of changes. But you know, him and Boss Lady have been arguing or fussing and fighting for the longest. I can't take Boss Lady serious though. You know what I mean? I really just can't. You know, I remember when she was running around here and she was bragging about how she seen NEK at the at the laundromat. And the nigga, he knows, you know what I'm saying? She recording them and shit from the distance and everything. And then she's talking about, what did she record? Yeah, she recorded him and then talking about, you know, what he looked like from the backside and all this kind of shit. And I'm just thinking, like, this is stalkerish. This is real fucking stalkerish. This ain't real Cali. Because if you felt the way about this nigga coming at you a certain way, he had been online, said he was gonna spit on you and stuff, and then you seen this nigga in real time, and you really wanted to get his ass, you know, mollywop this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Then you would have just did it yourself, one, or you would have called somebody, been like, man, I need you to come over here and run down this nigga real quick. That's how that story would have went. I need you to come here and run down this nigga real quick. Oh, that shit didn't happen. That shit didn't happen. But she was stuck on camera. You caught on camera, nigga. Hey, talent.
What's going on? Peace in the LBC. Where have you been?
I've been sick, talent. Peace in the LBC. I haven't been feeling well. So
Oh,
I've been trying
oh,
to
did you get
heal
that
myself.
COVID? You know, COVID has been spiking lately across the U.S. Is that what you had?
No, hell no. I don't got no COVID. Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. No, no,
But I
no,
don't
no.
feel well.
I'm not wishing that on you or anything. It's just that it has been, people have been coming down. They've been getting a scratchy throat and all types of nonsense associated with it. But you know, my thing was I was also worried that perhaps because you had got kind of, you know, you kind of had rubbed people the wrong way. You know, I won't mention names because you know how I'm not trying to get anything going. Normally I would, but you know, not
Well, who,
not to.
oh, who did I rub the wrong way? Because look, I was over at ODS's last night
Mhm.
and okay, so I haven't been feeling well, but I was in a skybox of Shaw Kim's and I heard a little something. Then I was in ODS's last night and some kind of troll page or whatever tried to take some shots at me regarding J Dunn. So were you talking about J Dunn?
Of course, but you know, I don't want to get that going because you know, once JD gets going, it's like Diva. You can't really stop. But I'm just saying, I wanted to make sure that's not the reason why you took a little hiatus.
Why would I
Because
take a hiatus because of her?
some people don't want that smoke.
Okay,
Um,
I'm worried about her because I didn't do
well,
shit.
see, I don't even know what the genesis of that whole beef is.
I
I've been.
do. I know
Oh
what
yeah.
or as per what has been stated, she I guess she feels a way about the fact that she said something over at Triggs. Okay, she stated over at Triggs that she was going to have a conversation with Ro and somehow maybe type TMO in it some type of way. You could go ahead and see it over there at
Uh,
Triggs. And so then
yeah.
somehow did she and then it got mentioned. I mentioned it, okay, to shock him. But I wasn't trying to be funny or nothing. Like it was like, fuck it.
Yeah, that whole thing, that whole people getting in touch with Ro, I had to, and Ro is my boy, but I can't, I had to make the decision. I can't even meet the dude when I get to Seattle because, all of these people in his ear, and they all want to see the God for some reason. You know what I mean? They want to catch a picture and do this and that. I don't know why. I'm just gonna hurt your feelings. Because I think what they expect because of this voice that I put on, I think they expect me to, I guess, to be overweight, obese, fat, or something, looking crazy, and it's a complete 180. But again, I don't lead with my looks like you don't either, sincere.
Mm,
If I'm on here to meet women, then I'd be happy to do all of that. But
yeah.
no, I have options, as I like telling people. When you have options, you don't have to come to social media to find someone who may be a potential uh, partner. So no, but are you
Talent,
excited
what
about?
I want to ask you a question. Hey Vibrant, I want to ask you a
Hey,
question.
let me say hello because that is one of the most intelligent women in all of these sectors, Vibrant. Let me say hello, Vibrant.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, but go ahead.
So how do you feel about them taking all these jabs at your ex? Because the Baroness is your ex.
Look,
And
let me tell you, I'm glad you mentioned. I had forgot about that. That was another thing. I heard you kind of, doing what just the whole Baroness thing. I look, I know, a lot of people consider her bossy, takeover spirit, this and that. But I heard you two talking
mhm.
recently, and it looked like you were, you getting close to that line where it can be considered you know, uh, confrontational, but you do it in such a way. It makes me smile, but then I'm like, what is Sincere doing? But
You feel like I was trying to be. You feel like I was trying to be confrontational with the Baroness.
I, I think,
I was
I
not.
think, I think you were trying to be a little bit messy. I mean, if we're being honest here, I mean, look,
Well, I
this
was
is,
being messy about what?
I don't even recall now because it's just it. I had forgotten all about that until you mentioned it
See, that's
now.
why I don't understand. Like, why would you call me messy and you can't even recall what I was being messy about?
Well, you know what was said. I see. I know you're
Hmm.
intelligent. It's I don't even have to. You know exactly how you feel about her, and you know what you were doing that day. For you to act like you don't know would be you being disingenuous. And I know
No,
you
but
know.
I need you to
And you,
know what you're
I
talking about in order for you to say that it's messy.
no. So you're telling me this is me, and and
Hmm.
we like each other. You weren't trying. You're trying to tell me, the troll guy, that you weren't trying to be messy. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm trying to tell you. If I was going to call you messy, if I was going to say, "Hey, talent, you were being messy," I would be able to tell you why you were being
Yeah.
messy
But see, no, but you got to understand
specifically.
something. There's so much stuff going on. See, not just in the beef sector, black world. There's time. I can't remember. I just when you mentioned that, all of a sudden, it just came to my mind. Oh yeah, that's my thought. I don't remember the
No, I
specific.
wasn't being messy with the Baroness. We and her
Okay,
were having a conversation and I was being factual, right? And people need
okay.
to understand like what it is to have a conversation with somebody. But I don't think Sassy takes things a certain way with me. Or at least I don't feel like she does. She I think what it is that she has loyalty to people, right? And
Mhm.
if she thinks that somehow that person might feel a way about whatever's being talked about, then she will back up off the conversation. And I'm saying, just if you're going to back up off a conversation, then let it be because of that. Like, because, be clear about it, but don't make it like I'm being messy. Because if you're talking about a situation already, and I'm engaging in that situation with you, like I'm engaging in the communication with you, right? So that'll be
Mhm.
equivalent to, like, say, me and you were sitting down and having a cup of coffee, and you bring up a thing. And so
Mhm.
I'm going to repeat what you said, or, ask a question, show you that I'm engaged in what you're saying,
Well, look, let me
right?
compromise here. But you do realize that making that comment is somewhat incendiary on that platform, amongst
Well,
all of
what was
those
the
people.
comment that what was the
Well,
comment?
again, I don't recall, but I don't even have to recall because you and I both know you're intelligent, so we don't have to. You don't have to do that. I'm just saying I did feel that you were being a little trollish in some
Okay,
aspect.
and why troll is, oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. No, I do. I had to. I'm all about giving honest opinions, and like myself, if there's a subject that may be a little uncomfortable answering or talking about, the messy part of me is, yeah, let's definitely sincere to hop on that and ask it. So I know I get that, but on the
You
same
tell me what's wrong about if you hit a link, right, as the
Mhm,
Baroness did,
mhm,
and you're communicating about the trip that Lemon's having, and how, people got their money for their hotels or whatever. No, well, not the hotels, but how they're gonna go about it, the situation, right? But they got their plane tickets or whatever. And then I say, well, we're talking. So I'm engaged in a conversation with you. And I said, oh, well, what hotels did he plan for y'all to stay at?
mhm.
I'm
But
we're
that
having a
was that.
we're having a
Yeah, but
conversation.
that
That's not
that
being
that.
messy.
No, I agree. That part wasn't. That's not what I'm talking about.
That was the
And
only
I'm
thing.
not.
Well, what's the part of you talking about? Because that's the only
You
that's where things kind of
well,
took a turn with me and her. A little bit.
yes,
Too
yeah.
much,
See,
but a
just
little
like
bit.
yeah, but see, I don't even want to bring it back up. I think if you because again, I don't even recall verbatim what you said, so I'm not about
When
to.
you recall, then you call me messy then, talent.
What? No, no, it was messy. I'm a hundred
No,
percent.
when you recall, when you can recall it, then you
But
can
that's
come
gonna
back and
force me
tell
to have
me,
to go
and then
back
tell
and
me
listen.
I'm messy.
Look, but you don't want me to have to go back and re-listen to old guy. My attention span is horrible. I don't. I can't be
Talent, you
listening.
are so full of shit right
Look,
now. And it's
no,
okay.
I mean,
You know what? No, it's okay. Because guess what? I know if I'm being messy towards a person or not. I will know when that's happening. But that was not happening when it came to Sassy. Sassy
mhm,
just did not want to in that moment. She maybe felt like it was too many questions or whatever the fuck she was thinking. But I'm saying to you, I am engaging in a conversation with you. How do you know that you're holding my attention? Or at least I'm paying attention to whatever the fuck you're saying, which is
mhm,
what you should do when you're having a conversation with another person, right? Um,
mhm.
is have back and forth, right?
Right.
Even question answer, whatever. If I would have just been dismissive of her altogether, it just would have been rude. We don't do
Oh,
that in polite society, do we? We do not sit down and have conversations with people and be aloof or act like we don't understand the words that are coming out their mouth or be distracted. We pay attention.
no, no, no. And I get that. And again, I understand where you're coming from, but you have to understand what questions you choose to ask at a particular time. What questions will generate certain types of responses or controversy. So that's what I'm talking about. I mean, you were well within your right. I can't knock. I'm not knocking what you did. I'm just identifying you were being a little bit messy. I mean, and there's nothing necessarily
No,
wrong
you
with
have
that.
to be able to point out where I was being messy. Then I can agree with you or disagree with you. If you could say you did X, Y, and Z, and I'll be like, Yeah, I was being a little bit messy on that, but you're not even giving me that opportunity because you don't even
No,
know. You don't even
because
know.
the issue is wasn't even forefront in my mind. It's not a. It's not.
Hmm.
It's nothing. No, I'm being serious. It's not something that I was. If I had a.
Well, here goes one. Here's one that might be messy, right? Deem
What's
messy.
up? Thank you.
To get
Thank
to
you.
get back on subject, right? How do you feel about
Here you go.
people running around the sector, um, coming at the the looks, right? The presentation of your ex-woman. Like this is your woman. You
Yeah.
were around her. You know what she looks like. I don't
Yeah.
think you're one to be with a woman that's not, refined or nice looking in any kind of way, doesn't present well.
Mhm.
What do you
Now,
feel about that? That they because I'm used to you putting on
yeah.
your whole superhero outfit, and that has not happened.
See, and this is what, and this is, and see, I'm glad you prefaced the question by saying, yeah, this is going to be kind of messy because it is. But I also love it when you do it. I'm just identifying that you were messy, but a couple
No,
weeks
I will
or
own a thing if it is a
yeah.
thing.
Well, you
But if it
own this,
ain't,
so
but if it's not
let me,
happening, I don't need to
let me,
own it because you have to prove to me that it's happening.
okay, I see you sincere, but look, let me answer this messy question.
Hmm.
First of all, and I've said this before, to me, and to most people with good sense, Sassy is a beautiful woman. Now, people are saying all types of things. Well, I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm not saying she's, all this other nonsense. It's her attitude doesn't match up. All this nonsense. Look, this is what it is. You can be, and this is one reason why I've never been interested in being on camera or people seeing me because I could look like the most handsome man in America. These type of people will they, they will pick out the smallest thing, even if you could be flawless. They'll
Mm.
make up something to put on you, and this is another reason why you've had enough sense not to uh, go. There's no reason to, because, and I don't know if you're completely aware. It doesn't matter. They are going to attack and tear you down. And see, once you understand the psychology of who people who consume this type of toxic content weekly, the effect it has, the type of people who are drawn to it, you don't pay attention to what they think. And people say, when I mention this, they say, oh, he's being arrogant. No, no, no. I'm being real. If you did any research, and this is why I try to limit real conversations. When I'm trolling, but I try to limit my real conversations in this sector because people aren't capable of having those. I'm not saying all, because I don't believe in absolute terms, but the majority of these people aren't able to have real conversations. So if you see somebody who is, for the most part, objectively uh, uh, beautiful or objectively handsome, and then people attack. Let's take for instance, what's your name? K Fit.
Mm.
K Fit. A beautiful woman. What do people do? Oh, let's talk about her hair. She's wearing a weave, and K Fit unfortunately allowed these people to troll her into showing her hair, showing it was real when you actually you should pay those people dust. People, and so to get back to what your question was, I think all of these people, and it wasn't all, but a large number of people couldn't wait to harp on something, just her hair and this and that, just nonsense. When the majority of those people are in hiding, they don't want to be seen because they have issues. So I would say I didn't feel any type of way. It confirmed what I already knew, that these people are losers. They want to attack others, even though they have their own shortcomings that they're afraid to fulfill. So no. anybody who says anything negative about how she looks, that's just I'm like saying to myself, yeah, this is par for the course. This is who these scum buckets are. This is who these bottom
Um,
feeders are.
so
You know,
it's my understanding, right? You could
mhm,
correct me if I'm wrong.
sure.
It is my understanding that Ness was the one that put out the picture of Sassy.
That's my understanding. Apparently, according, I
Hmm.
think I said that this was a picture that uh, Sassy voluntarily provided to her, I think last year. So
So you're
I don't.
saying the Baroness volunteered this picture to Ness?
But this is according. I don't really. I don't really talk to Sassy anymore. We haven't dated in over 2 years. So
Is that
I.
why you haven't put on your outfit? Because normally you would be jumping out the
Oh,
window.
hold on. I'm glad you mentioned that. Let me correct this. I jumped
Hmm.
out the window when we weren't dating. What happened was Cole came into the sector, and it was a man against a woman, and I jumped into that even though she's an ex because that's just who I am. We didn't, Sassy and I didn't break up on bad terms.
Mm-mm.
Uh, you know, it was a conscious uncoupling, as I like to say. So there was no issue. So if I see
So
a
at least
man,
it wasn't a culling.
well, no, 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 listen carefully.
Hmm.
I yeah, this wasn't any like you call it, like some people would like to hope it was. Like you said, it was being people being cut off. You know, no, it wasn't like that. This was a
Mm.
conscious decision that we had talked about, and then we didn't even mention it for months on here, but we knew we had to because people were going to start hearing, just on how we were talking, people were going to know that we were broken up. So but no, this was conscious. So I didn't have any hate or anything. So if I see somebody a man doing something with one of my, exes, being abusive verbally, physically, I'm jumping in. That's just who I am.
Hmm.
The other
Because
time,
binary was attacking the Baroness, and
yeah,
so
yeah,
as you came out
yeah,
here and said, "No, we're not going to do that."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Though
That's
we're
what
not
it.
together, you as a man are not going to attack
Yeah.
her.
Okay, so let me go to the next time I jumped in because this involves women,
Hmm.
and so because and I will agree, this is where some hypocrisy in me comes into play. One instance, it happens. She was being dogpiled by a bunch of people. I forget what the issue was. You see how my memory, I don't, small things I really don't retain. But she was being dogpiled.
But then you gonna say big things like, "Sincere, you're messy," but can't remember.
Well, wait a
But
minute.
anyways, I
But
digress. Go
since,
forth,
but
talent.
let's just say you act like you actually don't believe you're messy at all, which we know is not the case.
No,
So
I think
it's
everybody
not
can
an
have.
insult.
I
Yeah,
feel like everybody can have moments of messiness or stumble across. For me, for the most part, I'm being very sincere. Like I'm asking questions and they can be perceived as messy. But in my mind, in my heart, I'm not trying to be intentional towards a person. So I can understand why things can be a way, but you would have to tell me specifically what was said or what transpired for me to be able to say if it was intentional or not. And that is very important. Like, because
yeah.
is it intentional?
Okay. So
But go
we got to
ahead.
get,
I'm listening
yeah,
to
we
what
got
you.
to get back to the second instance of me jumping in was she was being dogpiled on. I think was it the picture, the whole, I, I can't remember. I think it was the picture thing with Chapman and all of this. Well, and so anyway, I jumped in to deflect a lot of the attention that was being negative attention being given to her, and I went in on Lady Nika and Yaya, and I've since apologized to Lady Nika, who refused my apology. Yaya, uh, I did not offer such an apology, and
Wait, why
people.
didn't you offer an apology to Yaya? Like, what was the
Well,
problem?
there's a bigger story. See, you have to go back, and I don't want to get, but those two I had already had previous issues with. But
Yeah. But if
I,
you're wrong, you're wrong. It doesn't matter who it's towards. You can always say, "Hey, I was wrong for that." Correct?
no, 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 I wasn't wrong about her. You got to understand this Yaya thing is something. My issue with Lady Nika goes back to a situation that happened about going live when Sassy was live. It's see, you got to understand. There's a lot of pieces involved. I don't want to get into it now because it's so old, and I hate when people rehash old content. But no, so I jumped in. I said some things about them that were all factual, mind you, completely factual. Didn't make up anything, but it was things that didn't reflect. Uh, it reflected poorly on them that I was
Mm.
rehashing this stuff. And anyway, that was to get the attention off of Sassy. So that is the one time I had to. That was another time. Now, Sassy, when Pizarro and I had a little, she thought there was an issue because Pizarro had called me a name and I had said something about Pizarro. Sassy jumped in, and I had told her, don't ever jump in, when I don't want anybody in the sector to jump in or defend me or anything because if I can't defend myself, against losers in these people, then I'm not a man. I'm not that dude. And in the streets, people know I'm that dude. So it really wasn't that big of a thing. But I did jump in. So that is the one instance of pure. Well, I gave you two instances, the code thing, but that's a man on man thing. Then the Lady Mika thing, and then when Sassy jumped in my thing with Pizarro, I really realized it really drilled home into my head. Oh, you gotta like stay out of some stuff, and that's what I've been doing so far. When you asked me the question, you know, saying how come I'm not defending and doing all of this, this is women on women stuff,
Well,
sassy and
not the ZX part, but go ahead.
the sassy and this part is woman on woman stuff. I'm staying, I gotta stay out of, you know, because that's the other thing. After the Lady Nika and Yaya thing, bunch of women said, "Why are you in women's business?" You know that you always get hit with that sometimes, but so you got to stay out of it. Now ZX is a different story. I've already talked about it. First of all, I you gotta understand. I this guy, and I had told this to Ness the other day on the platform. A lot of people dislike ZX. I was one for the most part that felt had no use for him. Still don't have any use for him as a subscriber, as a viewer. I groan every time I see him hit a platform. But that was when I was looking through a subscriber lens, as a content creator lens, which I've been creating content for years. It's not on YouTube. He's gold if it's kind of dull in a sector or a particular time. He has a purpose during, yeah, Happy Life has a purpose. As much as I don't want to see him as a subscriber, he can fill in dead air, so to speak. So you got to understand. So when ZX does his thing, which he doesn't even believe, because you got to remember ZX, after seeing her picture that came out with the chat rep thing, he was he was just, he went through all types of just nonsense, just acting crazy, saying she was ugly at this. But then he would go back and say, "Oh well, she's beautiful." And this is the same man who dropped his phone number in the back chat for her. So we know, and Sassy just was rude to him and blew him off. And you got to understand, a lot of these social media dudes, they have these fragile egos, just like men in the real world. If you're rejected by a woman, these fragile ego males, they get angry. Then they want to become stalkers. They want to talk badly about the person that they were initially attracted to, but the rejection caused them to do a 180. So that's what happens. So when I see that, I'm like, oh, this is what that is. So you have to, I don't really think too much of any of that because I know that the majority of these people are weak. And that's why they're here late in life, more years behind them than they do ahead of them. They haven't accomplished anything. So they lie a lot. The subscribers lie a lot. These people are just lying about their accomplishments, who they are. So when you really understand what's going on in these sectors, these toxic ones, you just kind of smile and you just get to trolling because you know, hey, these people are troll food. And the beauty of it is they don't know they're troll food because they think that they hoodwinked the majority of these people into thinking that they're something they're not. But enough of that because, I can go on endlessly about, you
Well,
know,
what do you think about what Free Thinker has said here?
well,
So,
hold on. I'm pacing my lovely apartment. I'm not looking at my phone. What did Free Thinker say?
okay, so let me read it to you because it says, or Free Thinker says, that was ridiculous. They did not agree with Sassy Chat Rep Athon and had their own life, and you both couldn't take behavior you dished out. You both behave entitled and fragile when critiqued. So you and
Okay.
Sassy behave in that
Well,
manner when you're critiqued, is what.
you yeah. Again, this is the beauty of these type of sectors. People can have their opinions. There's nothing wrong, no matter how misguided. You got to understand, a lot of these people are intelligent, as much as I like to call them bums. They're intelligent, but again, they have dreams that are deferred. You got a lot of people who have degrees in this sector that are underemployed or on disability because they have mental problems. They're socially awkward. They want to attack people. They perceive that, in their minds, I'm better than them, and that bothers them. So they have to lash out, give like faux commentary, like you just read. See, us intelligent people, we know what's going on. I mean, that woman doesn't even believe she's being intellectually dishonest, even with that statement. But you can't, but you people can humor these people. I just call them clowns and keep it moving. And that bothers them even more. So I'm sure she'll have other comments to put. So you got to understand, sister, and see, let me just say this. You can get this research that I talk about all the time. It's out there. Use ChatGPT, Gemini, use Claude. There's tons of large language models that you can use to do research. Say, hey, what type of people are attracted to these type of toxic sectors? And for that, people who consume more than 3 hours a day uh, in these toxic sectors, what type of people are going to come into these type of sectors? And then you can see why I do and say what I do. See, this is real trolling. Trolling is not using another screen name, creating another screen name to hide your identity so you can say some nasty things to people that you can't stand. That's weakness. You understand? That's not trolling. But I don't want to give a lecture on that. What I do want to ask you, what vacation are you looking forward to the most? Nestcation or lemon
Um, well, it's not that I'm looking forward to either one of them the most. I think it's just content, right? And they will both give what they're going to give. I think it's just something for the winter session. And it's a good time for it to happen. You already see all kinds of things happening. You see the situation with Tracy and Lemon. I don't know if that's been
Ooh,
mended.
that's crazy. That's a crazy situation.
Now, I have had my qualms about Tracy, right? But one thing I could say, I'm gonna give a
I
pimp
know how
pimp
you feel.
hooray where pimp pimp hooray goes down, right? And she
Yeah.
played that fool out of
She, she
$250.
got half, she got half of your money. Yeah,
And
so
she got half of my money, right? She went in there and says, "Oh, bitch, okay." And I feel like when it came to that particular situation, um, she was reading the back chat, and that's what people do. And back chat was back there because apparently, I'm aware of two back chats. I don't know how many there are, but I'm aware of two of them. But she's reading what is being said back there, and Lemon's trying to tell her to let it go. And she did kind of back up off of it a little bit. She wasn't being like overly aggressive or anything. And then this fool just out of nowhere um goes, spazzes out on her.
I
So,
don't want to let the cat out the bag, but
mhm.
some people don't know this, but two of those back chats are trans individuals. That's all I'll say about that.
Oh, okay. But she finally like stood up for herself. I feel like she had been taking shit from him for the longest anyways. And so you know what I'm saying? Touche, like hooray, and finally gone and do the damn thing. And if I was her, I wouldn't give that fucking money back. Nigga, you talk big Willie talk. So you should be able to take this loss.
See, but
Mhm.
yeah, but since here, this is the problem though, and I know you're a little too close to the situation to be objective, but let
Oh
me.
wow. I
Well,
can't
oh,
be
no, no.
upset.
Well, no, and I understand that, but see, because if someone owed me $500, trust me, I'm not objective. But look, here's the situation. First of all, Lemon, he didn't appreciate the always over talking when he's talking. He didn't appreciate Tracy siding with his quote unquote ops whenever he's talking about those ops. And Tracy says, "Oh, I love this person." All of that was it was wearing thin with him. And so what happens is Tracy, on the same hand, she was tired of the constant disrespect by Lemon, and then people constantly bringing up to her, why is an OG letting somebody like Lemon talk this way to you? So eventually the dam had to break. It just was going to get to a point where something was going to have to give, and this is what happened. So I can actually be neutral to say I think I think I think the concern here is for both of them. Well, let me put it this way. They're both at fault. Tracy with the over talking, the siding with things, as a co-host siding with the quote unquote ops. That's wrong. It- but I think that's one thing. And Lemon, the disrespectful, and I had talked to him before, the way he talks to her, is a little off-putting. So you have two it wrong. So the solution here is they need to talk behind the scenes, reach some type of resolution, and she doesn't need to give the money back. She needs to adjust her date because she switched the date now to align with the residency beginning for Chelsea Handler.
Yeah.
So
I don't know
yeah,
why anybody would want to see Chelsea Handler, but okay.
that's what I see. That was because I've never heard Tracy really mention Chelsea Handler like that before. So it did seem a little peculiar, or as Kim says, a little
Right.
suspicious.
It's
But but yeah.
definitely.
So I even so that part was a little odd to me because is that the hill you're willing to die on, the Chelsea Handler hill? And so I was like, but I think the way to resolve this is those two need to talk, preferably behind the scenes, and then just come to an understanding. But I think because Tracy has on her track record already the MU money that is owed.
Mm,
Uh, and then Lemon has on his record owing a couple people money.
mm,
Uh, so that's kind of a wash, right? They both
just
have reneged on. So I like to because I was looking forward to meeting Tracy. Lemon is my boy. Uh, I was looking forward to meeting Tracy, and I like to see them get this together. They have enough time to do so. They have 5 months, but we'll see. We'll see. I
so
mean,
are you going to both vacations?
yeah, yeah. And I know people, and I know you're. Are you going to say that? Why is that your question? Why?
No, I mean, I'm just like, okay, eh, is Lemon going to Nessa's vacation or not?
No, he says he's not going.
You said he's not going, but you're going to be
Yeah,
at both of them. Which
yeah.
one are you looking forward to the most?
See, this is the thing. It was equal until what? Well, hold on. Let me be careful because I know a lot of people want to misconstrue words here. Look,
Hmm.
I was I'm excited about both. I think I had seeing Ness is great. It's wonderful. Seeing
Yeah, you felt like she should have been deemed the queen of the sector, the beef sector,
uh,
and the king of the
what
beef sector. Remember that?
well, you do know where that came from. Me, the whole king and queen thing. I want only a king can name a king. His his successor and who the queen is, and I did so accordingly. These two run the sector. Now, there's other people who also have a significant impact, but these two run the sector. So happy to always hang because I don't like hanging out with people that are boring, who have no talent. That's just not me. So
Do you like hanging with people who are broke?
uh, who's broke out of? I mean,
Lemon.
Lemon already told y'all he's got 20,000 in the cash app.
So why couldn't he fund the trip in a manner where he didn't where it could have been more than $750 spent? Why was he counting pennies when it came to airfare and to hotel accommodations and whatever kind of I don't know.
Oh, you didn't see his live when the other day when I was one of the first people on his link. This is when he announced he wasn't going to be going to Nest Case, and then the whole Tracy thing jumped off. I told him then, before all of this, and you can go back because I don't lie about what I say or do. I told him just because you have money doesn't
Mm,
mean you spend it foolishly. You don't just spend money, especially in this economy and what's about to happen in 2026. You need to watch because I'm always concerned when I see people, especially younger black men, who come into some money quickly and then they
mhm.
just blow it on foolish stuff. You may have that money, save it, put it in savings, invest, but
So when you said that to him, that automatically planted the seed and turned him into a cheapskate?
well, I mean, I see. You don't understand something. Lemon, Lemon hasn't always had this type of income that is coming to him now, and so,
Oh,
so what I would, so what I would tell,
he's
especially when you're
nouveau
doing,
riche rich, nigga rich. He's
well,
nouveau riche nigga rich. Is
that's your commentary. But what I'm
okay.
saying, if you got 20,000, first of all, you shouldn't have 20,000 just sitting in your cash. That would be my first advice. And also on that same live, I told Ghetto, because he's a CPA, to counsel Lemon to give him that necessary advice.
Why does Ghetto have to put up his credit card with this nouveau riche nigga rich ass nigga?
Well, see, this is why I have to counsel all of the black men in these sectors. Just have uh, there's a lot of things going on, but you got to understand, Ghetto is an intelligent, professional black male. I used to think he was a clown for the longest time because of
Mhm.
what I heard about the, losing his
Well, two
job.
things can be at the
Yeah.
same time. I mean, it's
Wait,
possible.
you don't like Ghetto?
No, I don't dislike Ghetto. I don't, but I know Ghetto can be do things, and he has even done things to me that can be considered messy and mean spirited and some other stuff. And he will get up here clowning and doing the most to be part of some kind of clique or crew. You know what I'm saying? He's a C3PO. He's like clique
Yeah,
crew. You know,
yeah, but
co-
the thing is, he has certain uh, he has he has some information that he can relay to Lemon, and Lemon values his opinion. He can talk to him about investing, money management, financial literacy, and work with him. limit. But my thing to limit is because you have it, don't blow it, and especially when you don't have to. I mean, to have a budget of 3,000 or 5,000, which was initially what he had talked about when he was drunk. No, you have to. You have
Oh,
to.
so he initially stated that he had a budget of 3,000 for this
Well,
trip.
they were trying to put that budget on him earlier, and then he
He
sobered
didn't
up.
have a budget. He didn't have a budget. And
I
then
remember them talking about 3,000. You don't remember they were all the women were talking about, hey, this or that, and he was
was
like,
he
yeah.
talking, look, was he talking money? That is.
Well, he wasn't really talking per se, but he wasn't disagreeing with what was being said. So if you're talking about spending an exorbitant amount for airfare and all of this, and you're not rebutting that by saying, nah, that's not realistic, then you're kind of like giving uh, tacit approval, and that's TACIT for those of you who like to use new words in these toxic sectors. But so I think this type of tacit approval gave these people the green light to keep looking for the most expensive things. And then when he sobered up, he realized, nah, nah. But I wanted him to even get more serious, uh, bring that budget down considerably, because it's not worth it. It's not
You
worth
wanted him to bring the budget down considerably to what? $0? Because when it all
it.
came down to it,
Well,
look,
hold on,
if it was
hold
up
on,
to him,
hold
they
on.
would all be
Why should
Spirit
he
or
have to? Why?
Frontier.
But sincere, why should he have to pay for people to see him? Ness isn't paying anybody to come see her. You know what I mean? I mean, but I know you don't want to look at it like that because again, it goes back to the $500. But he shouldn't be having to put up his own money for people to come for a meet and greet. That's ridiculous to me. I would never do it.
Wait, hold
But
on one second. Let me just hello Hollywood District, and I just want to say this to you because I don't want to take it the wrong way. You say she wants her money that's not owed. So I'm assuming that you're talking about the bet, a verbal agreement, a wager I made with a person who they went in that wager with me in union, who I also gave the opportunity to get up out of the wager and decided to double down and say, no, I will take that bet. And then they lost. They lost and then didn't pay me. So, yes, it is owed because they lost a wager. See how
well,
that goes?
you know what? Yeah, I mean, I know this is a long shot, but
Mhm.
this is a real long shot. But let me just throw it out here. I'm sure this is this will never come to fruition. But if Tracy can't uh, be brought back into the fold in regards to coming to Vegas in February,
Mhm.
for the sake of content, for the culture, would you be willing to fill in the spot? Therefore, you would get, I guess, the 250 back that uh, well, you were actually getting 500. So, but at least with that alleviate because we know that but you
Hey,
haven't really
Jazz.
you haven't really sold yourself to anybody, and I don't think you would. So, but I'm wondering with a trip to
I definitely would go for $2 million.
2 million. Okay,
Yes,
okay,
2 million.
okay. Is that okay? Okay, no, I get it.
I mean, money talks and bullshit walks. 2 million is a very good number.
Yeah, I think
Like not
see,
too high in the million scale. You know what I mean? Is
yeah.
above the thousands and hundreds of thousands.
Oh, I got my own. Speaking of, I don't want to just put Tracy on MU money and limit on uh, you and Room Shaker. Does he still owe Room Shaker money?
He owes Room Shaker, me, RNY, P the Panel Killer. It's a list of people.
Yeah. So, and I got my own thing because I owe ZX money, $25, and I
Oh,
told,
okay.
yeah, I told him. I told him I was going to pay him, yeah, and this goes back to something last year. I told him I was going to pay him, and I never did, and I never will, because I've told him before. I disagree with how what he says to women. I
Mm,
disagree with his approach. But again, like I said earlier, I understand as a content creator, he has value. But for me, and I'm a subscriber in this particular sector, a subscriber only, he has
mm,
no value to me. So I have no interest in paying him to support, because that would mean, because I would only be able to super chat. So that means by me sending him this and everyone can see, people are going to say, well, wait a minute, you're a hypocrite. Uh, why would you send this money in support of this individual? And that is a good question. And I'm not willing to do that. So I'll take the hit there, but I'm like Lemon and Teresa. I'm not paying back a debt either. $25, and
mm. It's a whole bunch of you read niggas
I,
out here.
we niggas. I like that. Niggas. I like that.
Thinking
I
ass
like
niggas.
that.
Hmm.
I like that. I know. I gotta take. Yeah, I gotta take that. I gotta eat that because it's true. I owe this man money, and I refuse to pay him back, even though I like telling him I'm gonna pay him back because it gets him excited in a way. He thinks it's coming. Like I'll pull it out next year and say, "Hey, let's bygones be bygones. EX, I'm gonna pay you this money next time you go live," and the same thing will happen. I hope he's not listening to this live. But I want him to get excited, anticipating the $25 again. Again, keep in mind this is over $25, but I'm a firm believer. You can owe me a dollar. You better pay that dollar. And see, he has nothing he can do about it. See, if someone owed me money, there's a little bit different. The little different things would be happening. But
Mm.
see, this is an elderly man. Again, we don't know how much longer he has around.
Say
So this
what?
Well, he had these multiple strokes. He's living with his mom again, who's telling him to get off the. I don't know if you remember that phone call, but his mom told him to shut up and get off the phone. A lot of these dudes, I don't want to
Well,
say.
I mean, well, okay, that did happen, and I do believe his mom is still alive, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
We heard.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And we none of us have to kind of question that. But when it comes to Lemon's mother, I want proof of life. I
Oh,
think I no for real. Like, have you noticed that she's
so
been
you think he's like Norman Bates? Is that what's going on?
well, no, he's more like Buffalo Bill,
Silent.
from
Yeah,
Silence of the Lambs.
right.
Now,
Right.
and how do well, allegedly. Okay, so it's allegedly. But there was a time when she was free in her communication towards him. Get out my house. Shut the fuck up. You believe your lies and all these type of things. And she's been very vocal, like she wants him out and all these things. Now all of a sudden she's very quiet, like she doesn't exist.
Mm.
What happened to her? And I think that,
Oh, right.
Lemon is a sociopath, or some
Mhm,
form of psychopath. There's a psychopathy there. And if you look on the list, right,
mhm,
of what makes a sociopath or a psychopath, what's the name of that? I forgot the title of the list, right? But anyways, like 25 points to kind of target if you're dealing with one of those type of people. And he hits a few of those gambits, so quite a few, right? And so
mhm.
I think what happened is that his ego couldn't take it. He turned into a Billy. You're in my way, mom. And
Wait, hold on. Look.
and and now she's missing. We need proof of life. Where is she?
Look, I don't want to get into all that sincere. I came up to just. I'm glad that you're back. I'm
Do you
glad.
know what talent? Do you know where the mom is?
uh, I assume she's still where she is. I don't even know if she lives with him. I don't know if she was referencing
He lives with
get out
her.
of get
He
out of
lives
the.
he
She
lives
may
with
have been
her.
she may have been
And
saying get out of the living room. We don't know. She just said get out. She didn't
Listen,
specify get out of what.
he lives with her. She's
Mm,
been extra quiet since she threatened to kick him out.
mm.
And now all of a sudden he has some money. Not a lot of money, but some money to fly
But
people out, to buy friendships, to plan a trip. Where's the mother?
mm,
Hashtag where's the mom?
mm, mm, mm.
Hashtag
Yeah.
proof of
Let me
life.
hold on, because let me get down from here because I don't want no parts of this convo. Uh, Sarah, as always, it's a pleasure to get an
I enjoyed my
opportunity
conversation with you, Talon. I
to
really
talk
did.
to you. Yeah,
Okay.
no, 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 really enjoyed it. I'm glad you're back. Be consistent. Be consistent. Anyway, I'm out.
Okay.
I'll talk.
Oh, don't worry about it, Hollywood District. Don't worry about who's saying what. Don't worry about if I'm the only one saying it. Worry about what others are saying if you don't like what I'm saying. Like, matter of fact, like just skedaddle. You know what I'm saying? Like, bend the corner. Find somebody else's chat to be in. Go twerk around in that bitch, you radiated dust mite, you. Go over there and jump on or try to jump on. I think you might be a hybrid of like a tick, a flea, and a dust mite. But take all your nasty, dirty ways and biting ways and little pincher, fucking clippity clip things and just go your own way. You can go your own way. You can go your own way. Oh shit. Rico, did I say hi? I hope I said hi to you. Peace in the LBC. I enjoyed that little conversation with Talent. It was all over the damn place. You know what I'm saying? More things we could have talked about, but I would say this: if one is going to say somebody is messy, then you should be able to point out where they were being messy or whatever they said that made you come to that thought process, and then allow them to be able to discuss that with you. To be able to say, "Oh, well, yeah, I was," or "No, I wasn't." Was it intentional or not? A lot of times I'm just having conversations with people. I'm just talking and talking about an event that took place, right? So if you do a fucking thing, if you do a thing, then be able to stand in it. If you were on somebody's panel and you said a fucking thing, then be able to stand on the fact that you said it. You don't have to get mad at other people and try to blame them for the shit that came out your mouth and then tag other people into it and all the other bullshit because for some reason you can't stand on business. Can y'all hear me? Because the phone rang. I'm sick of these niggas. I am sick of these niggas. Can y'all hear me? Oh, wait a minute. Um, oh God. Can y'all hear me? Let me do this. Okay. Let me type this in the chat. Oh, you can. Okay, good. Okay. What's your thoughts on road taking talking to in the back and forth? You think, okay, there's a back and forth. What's your thoughts on Roe talking to John now and the back and forth? You think Ness knew they was talking? um I don't know, quite possibly Ness might have knew. I really don't know. I don't know what Ro was saying. Look, a lot of these people talk behind the scenes. There's a lot of, talking behind the scenes and stuff. And so you never know who was in cahoots with who, what was said out of emotion or whatever the case may be. In that moment, they might have not been cool. And the next thing you know, they become cool with the person and they have already said all kinds of stuff about other people, So like, I don't know what to make of it. I just know and in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, these people are friends. Like in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, they are friends again. You know? Mm-mm. Okay, what's your thoughts on Roe talking to Dunn? And do you think that's new? Oh, Roe talking to Dunn. Are we talking about in general? Aren't they friends? I mean, aren't they friends though? Or him just about what? About getting married to Shakim, or ain't the marriage back on? Or the little, like, I think it's happening, right? I stopped following that a little bit because I'm just like, I don't know. It's like there's no point in being upset. These are vacations or whatever the fuck. It's content. Content is going down. Point blank, period. Nobody needs to get all up in alarm or whatever. And I don't think anybody really is up in an alarm about it. I think everybody's getting in where they think they can fit in, using whoever the fuck they can use in the moment to be part of the commentary. However, they can, fit their way into the situation to be part of the commentary, whether it's putting somebody's name in the title, whether it's talking poorly about a person that hasn't done shit to you, whether it's talking about what was said behind the scenes, all that other kind of stuff. Like, they're just trying to tap in on the content right now. It's winter time and this is the season, or it's fall. Winter is not here yet, but winter is coming, right? And this is the season, the fall season, and people are going to be in the house a little bit more. The weather's going to change, and everybody's getting their fall content in, if you will. They're doing their fall content situation, and some of these CCs don't have too much to talk about, or maybe too much going on in their arena, so they're tapping in on other people's arenas. Case in point, I talked to Ro behind the scene, and now I could talk about the marriage, or I could say something about the vacations, or this particular person I don't like, or whatever the case may be, or tag somebody else in and make it seem like it's valid, so I can have something to talk about. It's all content. That's why I said, like, down kid, down kid. I have decided a long time ago, I really don't have too much of to say about some of these broads. Like, they have shown themselves in a lot of ways. These two ball bitches and these split tail hoes, they have shown themselves in so many type of ways, and their maneuvers are just so transparent, like very transparent. So I don't need to argue with you or fuss with you or feel a way about anything you fucking say, because I know what time it is, and you ain't gonna stop nothing for me. My life is gonna keep going. So there's nothing you could fucking do. You could feel a way about my channel, not feel a way about my channel, subscribe, don't subscribe, be here, don't be here, donate, don't donate. Like, it's not stopping shit. It doesn't stop shit for me. Now, what it would say about you, if you think you're trying to stop something, like you're making a conscious effort to try to stop something when it comes to me, would say you're just a great fucking hater. You're a super hater. You're a hateful ass bitch, or hateful ass two ball bitch. But I'm not cut from that cloth. Nor am I gonna make up some shit about you hoes, um, or somehow try to tap other people into scenarios and shit so I can have a jumping, if you will. Hey, MVP Ash, what's going on with you? Peace in the LBC. Oh, if you wait long enough, a person will show you exactly who they are. Facts, Sister Jackie, facts. I've heard that name back chat too. I'm dying. You a cold motherfucker, Rico. You're dangerous. Oh, and then Big Rig is over here talking about he ain't going live no more. I'm like, what? He's not going live no more. So, I wish he wouldn't do that. Like, I wish he would hit the live button, but I think certain people, like, you have to have time for it. And then you have to be able to, or at least have a liking for it. And I think when we all first start off as CCs, we were very bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, if you will, and we're just like, it's going to be great, and we're enjoying the conversations and the meeting of new people. And then after a while, this shit becomes redundant and stupid, and you start seeing these psychopaths out here with their weird-ass fucking ways, and you start realizing that you're dealing with some sociopaths and some psychopaths in real time, and some fronters and some haters and some broke ass bitches. it just becomes very evident and very, very clear. Hey Molly, peace and LBC. Okay, even the scheduling of the trip is for content purposes. Facts. They magically reschedule it to February when it's cold so they could talk about it for months. Facts. That's how they do it. All of it is like, it's just content. And so if they you know, they want to tap people in with the bullshit, then they're going to tap you in. Maybe sometimes they have some underlying stuff in their heart and they feel like they can get a 2-4. You know what I'm saying? Kill two birds with one stone type of thing. Hey, Khaki Bear, and peace in the LBC. It was somebody else that I didn't say hi to. I'm trying to think. Who is I missed? Oh, Barn Dog. I'm sorry, Barn Dog. Okay. Did I say hi? I could have swore I said hi. Oh my God. I have been like gone for a few days. I was ill. Didn't feel well. Okay, wait. I just subscribed. I hope you change your mind, Big Rigs, but I get it. Yeah, he needs to come on back. Can't let the app consume you. Facts. And then you take little breaks here and there. You know what I'm saying? And then, do your thing. You come back and do your thing. But it's always gonna be somebody. Like, if you're not going with the fray, if you're not kissing these people's butts, if you're not hitting their links and putting on shows and acting a fool or just taking bullshit from them or becoming a goddamn mindless motherfucking zombie out here for their asses, then you might feel the effects of it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You'll see them, people making these weird ass efforts towards your channel. Now, I sometimes rub people the wrong way. And a lot of times I don't even know until way after the fact. So it's not like they're just running over here to be like, hey, Sincere, you did X, Y, and Z. And can we have a conversation about it? No. They harbor shit in their heart. And then somewhere down the line, it comes up and I'm just like, what? Like, okay, what are you talking about? And I'm supposed to go back into time with their ass and remember what the fuck happened to them, supposedly by me. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. So it seems to me like whenever you have an issue, right when it's the issue is when you should be able to say a thing to a person and just fucking say it to them to get understanding and to get clarity and to get resolve. But there's some people you can't get understanding, clarity, or resolve with. They are psychopaths. Okay? They are narcissists and some other shit. They just want to fucking fight. I'm gonna argue with you. You mad. They want to argue with you. That's all they want to do. So they're not trying to have a resolution with you. And there's some people out here, and I've never been one of them, who just don't like you. Like that. I don't like people. I just don't like, if I met you or had an engagement with you, it would, for me to dislike you, it's something that had to culminate. Like something had to take place or transpire for me to feel a fucking way about you. But there's some of those bitches out here that are like, it's just something about that. It's just something about her. I don't like her. It's just something. I'm not, it's just something bitch. There's a lot of them bitches running around too. So they be, it be harboring of shits in their fucking souls. Harboring of shits. And they want to dictate policy to your ass too. You're not going to dictate policy to me because you damn sure don't want nobody dictating policy to you. That's the first thing that come out your mouths. Why are they mad? Because I'm talking to so-and-so. Why are you worried about who I speak to? Why are you worried about what I say? Well, bitch, why are you doing that shit to me? See what I'm saying? See how that go? Why are you worried about what the fuck I say? Or who I'm around? Or who hits my panel? Or who I talk to? Or who I'm friendly with? It's like hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy at its finest out here. I was sent a screen. Okay. I was sent a screen where Gibbs said people ran me off because I don't feel safe. But it's Sincere or Riggs live. No, old nigga. I had a baby and I have a life. Ugh, I wouldn't pay them niggas any fucking mind. Like they, you know what I'm saying? They'll say any fucking thing. That's one thing I know about that group of motherfuckers is that they'll fucking lie to the fucking cows come home. Okay? From sun up to sundown, them niggas is gonna be lying. You know. And then they found their way over there to binaries and they just stashed themselves out over there at binaries, you know what I'm saying? And binary, you know, he brought them into the fold because when all that stuff was popping off, right? Between us and them, and my name was being mentioned and all the other fucking things, binary little petty ass took his ass right over there and you know, grabbed hold of a few of them niggas. Mm-hmm. Grabbed hold of one of, you know, a few of them. One of them being the mistress of his so-called friend MBK, or his last co-host. I don't know if they're still cool or not, but he grabbed his mistress. Now make that make sense. That was a contributor to your channel, person that would, you know, gave you big monies and all kinds of things. Now you see MBK, he be other places now. He put his money somewhere the fuck else. That nigga won't get that money no more. But you know, get it from the mistress. Get it from the mistress. Them hundreds of dollars and $50 and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And all, you know, hitting the panel and the commentary. Get it from her. Mm-hmm. So anybody hiding out, them niggas, following me, following situations, looking for a hater crew, a group of motherfuckers to, you know, kumbaya with over one person they dislike, you know, just looking for love. I guess apparently in all the right places, you know, in Haterville. Okay. No doubt, Big Rigs. Okay. Yeah, he'll be back. Did he say he's come back? For you speaking mine, I think you'll like my content. Okay, so you are coming back. Because I was like, is he serious? Yeah, so just ignore them, NY. They never could come up with any proof of who the fuck is who. They could never do it. But they ran a narrative. They ran a fucking lie. And even if it's a fucking truth, they never came up with anything to prove that it was true. They were running shit left and right, running fucking names, and Envy grabbed his ass on that fucking train, along with that goddamn racist ass white Rosewood hoe. All the motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? I said, man, look at this. Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But there'll be a few people willing to support that. But when you have to look at how somebody treats their mods or how they treat the people in their chat, since when is it okay to be in your fucking chat and with your mods and stuff, and then and letting people or you yourself as a CC doxing your fucking chat? Why are you doxing your fucking people? Envy, because that shit fucking happened, or suppose it, or trying to, whatever. But doing fuck shit to people who are part of your chat or your mod or whatever, I'm not doing that to my people. Hey, Dr. Soapy, peace in the LBC. And I ain't got time to be lying on these hoes either. I'm not gonna make up no shit about none of y'all. I don't have time for it. I don't give a fuck how you feel about me. Keep those fucking feelings and shit and just stay that way. Don't turn back. Lest you turn into a pillar of salt. Don't look back. Stay the course. Whatever fucking track you on with my ass now, stay on that bitch. Let's keep it that way, because I don't like flip-floppy flounder assholes. I don't need you to change up tomorrow with me. No, stay the course you fucking on, and we'll keep it that way. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it that fucking way from here on out. Anyways. Oh shit. Let me get up out of here. Okay, paging Dr. Soapy to the couch. You're desperately needed. Oh my God. I'm trying to tell you, what is it called? Oh my God. If I'm scared if I go out of here, you won't be able to hear me. But let me see. Let me see if I do this. What is the name of it? I hope y'all can still hear me. So it's called, I call it the psychopathy checklist. But is it called the psychopathy checklist? It's the hair psychopathy checklist. Yes. So hair, Hare. So I hope y'all can hear me. And let me see, it's 25 things on here. This one has 22, but I think it's been a couple added. So this is for like if you want to see if somebody is a psychopath or a sociopath. Number one is glibness, superficial charm. Glibness and superficial charm. Who does that sound like, y'all? Previous diagnosis as psychopath or similar. And when they say, oh, similar, they're probably talking about narcissism and shit like that. Egocentricity, grandiose sense of self-worth. Okay? Proneness to boredom, low frustration, and tolerance. So they get frustrated, you know what I'm saying, real quick, bored, just start doing shit to people out of nowhere. Case in point, just fucking with somebody out of fucking nowhere, just throwing them in some shit because what? It's the thing to do. Pathological lying and deception. Cunning, lack of sincerity. Lack of remorse or guilt. Lack of affect and emotional depth. Callous, lack of empathy. Parasitic lifestyle. It's so many things on here. So many fucking things. You know. Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me. Did y'all hear what I said? I know what they are. I just play dumb for my amusement. This entire app desperately needs all the help they could possibly get. Facts. So it's 25 things. Did y'all hear what I read off? Dr. Soapy, 9 times out of the 10, neither. I charge 250 to 300 hourly. My check pass. So did you hear the few that I named off? So just pay attention. Like, look, they be bored. They don't have no kind of empathy. That's why you can't reason with them and shit. They be like, they have delusions of grandeur. They think they are bigger and better than every fucking body. They'll just kick shit off out of fucking nowhere. Like, read the list. Read the fucking list. And look, and also go on my community wall. I put the last 3 posts I put up there. I need y'all to look at that. Okay? I got one named which CC, I think they're both named like which CC from the one is no, okay, this is how it's named. One is titled which CC from the beef sector this reminds you of. And the other one is which CC from the Mo 3 sector this reminds you of. And check it out to see who comes to mind when you see this shit. Like, check it out when you see it, okay? I mean, like, just like in your mind, a person's gonna pop up real quick. Hey, Magnum, damn, you just got me through my first 2 hours of work. Thank you so much, sincere poo. Oh, thank you, Magnum. I'm glad you touched down. I haven't seen you in a while. I know you've been paying attention to those same ass niggas who's acting a fool over here, running amok or trying to run amok over there in the beef sector. They real, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they glimmering and they shiny, you know what I'm saying? Like glitter and shit. They glittering out here. And one of them took their asses over to ODS's last night and got clowned, okay? Got clowned. This nigga clowned the fuck out of fuck Lord. ODS basically told him, you know what I'm saying? You weird me out anyways. You're always trying to, you know, suck a fart pretty much out of Lemon's ass and stuff. I mean, we knew that. We knew that. It's not verbatim summation, but we already knew that, right? It's amazing how people will be on your channel, try to tell you how to engage with other people, try to take over your shit, and then go to that very other person the whole time you were lovelorn. The whole time you just wanted to be in that nigga's face. Oh, I mean, the whole time you just wanted to ask that nigga for a kiss. Did you see Rich eating boogers? No, that is gross. Look at that pedo ass nigga. That nigga a pedo too. He found his way over there to sociopath land as well. Nah, I don't like this fart stink. Shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, let me get up out of here, y'all. I might come back later on. I always say I am, but I don't. But it is what it is. But I've been gone, and so I'm gonna try to go live a little bit more, but I wasn't feeling well. And so we'll see, let me just start cranking out my lives and doing my thing. Also, I need to make some more intros and outros because these ones are old and there's some new technology out there and different things to do and to play around with. So I need to make some new intros and some new outros and get this thing cranking a little bit. Get it cranking. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Need to be highly medicated and restrained. Facts. Facts. See, that's what I know, Dr. Soapy, that these bitches are psychopaths. I know. So all that shit they talking, what I'm saying? They emulating like human beings. They're playing like they're human beings or they got some kind of emotion or whatever the fuck. And some of them just Looney Tune, just straight up. You need to be in some kind of psych ward somewhere. So all the time I'm keeping that in mind with these bitches. Yeah, I know what time it is with you. But anyways, let me get out of here. I'll let you guys go for now. And broke. Facts. Psychotic and broke. Man, that's a hell of a combination. That is a hell of a fucking combination. Ah, shit. Okay, let me get up out of here. Let me find my outro. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.